today. Please do not mind the crazy hair that's happening. It is quite a true summer day today. It is really pretty hot. This is just necessary. I'm in between clients right now and I'm about to shift myself over to see my last client of the day today. And you guys, we are embracing summer, okay? We really are. I've got here an ice pack covered in a kitchen towel that I have on me at all times. I'm carrying it around like a baby. And please do not mind if you can hear the sound of fans going. I have one in my window and a little guy right behind you here just to help circulate the air. I'm bearing through it. I'm embracing it. It reminded me of a quote, you guys, that I would like to read. Ah, yes. Saint Teresa of Avila once said, "All weather is good weather because it is God's." And if that doesn't motivate us to persevere with joy and cheerfulness through all forms of weather, I do not know what will. So praise God for this weather. Yes, we are praising God for the heat because it is His. I'm going to flip myself around quite literally and get myself together as my next client starts in about 10 minutes. I forgot to mention, I need to pass on a quote that I once heard. I should say tips, it's advice that I once heard. And it has stuck with me ever since I heard it. I'll never forget, it was maybe a couple years ago when we had another heat wave. Scrolling on YouTube or something, and some doctor, his video popped up on the screen. You know how you can hover over videos and you can like hear the first part of it but you don't have to click on it? The video was about hydration and like how to cope with the heat. And the very first thing he said with great command was, "Water is not enough." And I just remember my family got such a kick out of that. But we were also like, huh, all right, we can get with that. So now when it's hot, I always do, of course, drink water to hydrate. But I've been getting more into non-H2O fluids. Right here I actually have a glass of milk. I believe this is 2%. A little splash of maple syrup in there because we have to keep the energy up. We have to keep the energy up and we have to hydrate. That's some advice I learned from a random doctor a couple years ago and I'm gonna pass it on to you. So to that, cheers. Made it to the end of the workday technically. As you can tell, I turned the lights off just to keep it cooler in here. I'm just going to give a call to my fiance. We're on day 9 of our engagement novena. So really excited to wrap that up today. Got my ice pack again. It's not leaving my side. Yeah, just gonna give him a call before he goes to work so that we can get the novena done. Downstairs where it is definitely a little bit cooler. I just created a little dish here of honey wheat twisted pretzels, which are personally my favorite way to eat pretzels. I really don't like pretzels all that much. Just personal opinion. They're just not the most enjoyable for the eating experience, except when they are these honey wheat twisted little ones with a little bit of salt on the top. So good. So I'm eating a little bit because I know water is not enough. It is just around 2 o'clock. I'm at a point where I'm trying to discern how to proceed with my day. I just want to get out of the house a little bit, whether that's by water or by air conditioning. I don't know. I am so excited to officially wish you all, in words, a very happy 4th of July and a very happy 250th birthday of America. It was so fun. You guys, seriously, so much fun taking you with me for the celebration of this holiday. When I say we went into this day with zero expectations, zero plans, I really mean that. We woke up this morning, meaning me and my parents, and we had no clue kind of what was on the agenda, and it was very much an on-the-fly kind of day, which actually turned out to be so perfect because literally we just let God lead the way the entire time. And every time I ever do that, I always just have the best days, and it makes a lot of sense. Why? Because God is in control, and that's always the best. We went to a part of our region that we don't always go to, and it was so beautiful. So many of the homes were so old and felt so like original USA, you know, like really old school. There was a jamboree that they were calling it, so cute. 4th of July jamboree, and it was like an old, I don't remember what they were calling it. It was called like an old house or old home style 4th of July, which I didn't really know what that meant, but I guess that's like a thing. Let me know if you guys were like already familiar with that, because it was the first time I'd ever heard of that. But I guess it meant it was just more old school. It was so cute. Everybody was basically set up all around the town common. All of the proceeds from the food, and there was like an antique sale, like a little like thrifting thing, a used book sale. So all the proceeds actually went to a church in town. So that was pretty awesome. And then they had a little parade that went around the town common. It was so adorable. And thankfully there was plenty of shade, so I didn't get too burned. I actually made out pretty well, which is amazing for like a 100-degree day with the skin tone that I have. I made out so well, might I add. I did not go into this expecting to really get anything. It was more just like, all right, I'm along for the ride. Let's celebrate July 4th, have a fun time, be with family, and just celebrating the fact that we live in a country founded on freedom and founded on God and his principles and our faith. So really amazing. And there were some cherries on the top. So when we went to the used book sale, they had a lot of different books. I ended up finding a book that I'm going to give to my fiance, which thankfully I will give this to him before this video goes up, so do not worry. This will still be a surprise for him. But it's a dictionary of cliches. This was written in 1985, yes. And my fiance just really loves like older-ish books. So this is perfect, and it's just classic. It's very much him. So I was really happy that I found this, and he's going to enjoy reading through this, I just know. So very good find. But then the other incredible find, which I'm so grateful for, we found tons of mason jars, which I am planning on using anyways to decorate for my wedding. And oh my gosh, I had seen some earlier this week. You could get like a pack of 6 for like $20, and I'm like, I just have a feeling I can find a better deal somewhere else. And I'm glad I listened to that nudge and whispering in my soul, because today I was able to get 24 mason jars for $12. That is amazing. I was also able to find a cupcake display, which, yes please, like I've been trying to find kind of food displays and little platters and different ways to decorate the food section of our reception, and a cupcake tray was precisely what I needed. So that was an incredible find, and I think that was like $5 or something, so such a steal. I was so grateful for that. So those were, again, cherries on top of an already incredible day. I hope that you all had a wonderful day too. If you're in the United States, I hope you had a wonderful July 4th. If you're not in the US, I hope you just had an amazing day. That's what I hope for. I wore a lot of sunscreen today, a ton. So I'm going to take a nice cold shower, get all the ickiness off the skin and just to rest for the night because I am so tired after this long, incredible, but super busy day.